That's a really big part of the human condition, is that relationship you have with your father, with your mother. The human condition is a giant mess. Human condition is to discover those objective sources of value. This whole mechanism and how fundamental it is to the human condition. You've said that you are becoming more and more insane. It's beautiful to watch. It's the human condition, probably including myself. Like the deep truth of the human condition, I don't know if I can handle. Get me to a deeper understanding of the human condition. Human condition is a good summary. What do you think? But just one human with a brain, living the human condition, being human, the top of the human condition. That's humanity. That's the human condition.
It's a fun killer.
That's too realistic of a simulation of the human condition. That's like the height of the human condition. Whatever problems you're working on, yes. But there's also the problem of the human condition. What is the sweet spot for the human condition? The measure of intelligence is only a part of the human condition. What does that teach you about the human condition? Bukowski, like people who just talk about the darkness of the human condition, that very subjective area. That's part of the human condition. If we look at this, what you call the corner case, which is hilarious, what I would call the human condition, where do you put violence? As in terms of the human condition. The Bitcoin protocol support this kind of complexity of the human condition. Darkness, this fog of mystery that we're all surrounded by, which is what the human condition is. Basically, I mean, this is the human condition.
It's a mystery, yeah.
But it solves a fundamental problem in the human condition. A large language model, like GPT-4, captures the magic of the human condition.
The human condition.
The human condition. And in that boiling pot is a lobster, which represents the human condition. So that's kind of been your life work, your view of the human condition. You've contributed in terms of how we think about the human condition.
You have a jaded view of the world, right?
It's the weird thing about the human condition. Psychologists have this certainty about understanding the human condition, which is undeserved. Of course, pain has a biological component and all those kinds of things, but it's missing something deep about the human condition. Somehow to map it onto the human condition. Such a deeply human, it's such a fundamental part of the human condition. In the objective function, you mentioned fear of death might be fundamental to the human condition. So you mentioned the human condition. Speaking of which, try and describe the human condition, the human existential crisis, the human condition, the thing they give birth to in the AI space will change this human experience, the human condition. Allow me to please return to the human condition. This, to me, seems to be the ultimate problematic aspect of the human condition, is that we die, affecting the economy, affecting the human condition. There is something in the human condition. You mentioned the human condition. Friendship and love is core to this whole thing. Not just the success, but just to the whole human condition. And then everybody's freaking out. Can you just speak to the human condition? Is the meaning crisis a new thing, or has it always been with us? Is it part of the human condition in general?
That's an excellent question.
Can AI help solve this dating love problem? What do you think? This problem of connection that is part of the human condition. The melancholy nature of the human condition. What role does that play in the human condition? Like,
he asked me about the human condition.
The human condition. I am the representative of the human condition. And all these adults, with their busyness of day-to-day life and their concerns, they don't deeply understand what I understand, which is the only thing that matters is the absurdity of the human condition.